Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John Sisbetty, Truder. Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. Well, last time, through a combination of cunning political alliances and heavy investment in my own military, we were finally able to grow beyond, a single county, which is really bloody good news. Now, it's not all good news though. There are some downsides. Like how, for example, part of the territory I took over was Finland, which is currently generating literally nothing because it's a tribe, and I'm not a tribal leader. But the problem with that is, if I give it to somebody, then they'll become count level, and effectively I'm just giving this territory independence. So we may as well hold on to it for the time being. It's a good buffer state between the truly important Isle of Owland and, all those barbarians who will look at Finland and say, well, that's not worth looting, so we'll go loot somewhere else. It's just a buffer state. It's fine. The bigger issue is the county of Gestracalandia, which, yes, right now has poor control, though it does have one green thing against it. Efficient taxation, la-di-da. So yeah, right now, it's not generating as much as it should in terms of levies and tax. But that's okay, we have got a very good marshal down on the ground boosting the control. I have taken the overseer perk, and I did think, of course, one thing I noticed between episodes, right now I'm on strategy focus. I could move over to authority focus right now. That would actually give me, a bit more in the way of control growth. So, honestly, may as well for the time being. Sacrificing to marshal, but that's not the biggest thing in the world. Now, put all of that together, this thing will be up to 100 control in no time whatsoever. Which is also nice because, the faster that gets done, the faster my marshal and his lovely Linnaeus mask can get back to boosting up the size of my levies. And you know what? Just for fun, as he's not doing anything else right now, let's actually send my realm priest over to Finland to get them believing in the right things. That's gonna take a while, by the way, yes. Okay, let's stay focused on the big thing I need to start working towards today, which is, my army is just having a rest for the moment. So, need to give a bit of time for my retinues to fill up to full strength, for my levies to refill. Everything will be a-okay. So, the situation is, I have got several counties, but they're all going to go to different people when I die. Because all I've got is several counties and no duchy to be the primary title that goes to my eldest son, who therefore will continue to rule over everything. It's just he'll pick up some new vassals. So the absolute priority for the minute has to be get hold of the Duchy of Upland. The problem with the Duchy of Upland is, I hold 2 bits of it. The King of Sweden himself holds another 2 bits. Meaning, problems. I don't really want to go to war with him because he's got a giant pile of troops. So, in a perfect world, what would happen would be he'd have another son, the empire would start being split apart, he then mysteriously dies, we may or may not be able to engineer that, and then we can just take one of the remaining bits of his other second son. Hopefully, the first son won't mind too much. Then, we have the right to usurp the duchy, because we will have 3 out of the 4 counties. Then I'm a duke, hooray, everything's fine. Apart from Finland. We don't get to keep Finland, but whatever. In fact, you know what? This is probably a good time for me to very quickly go over, why inheritance is such a problem and why Gavelkind has been doing so many terrible things to Sweden. So, back in Crusader Kings 2, you could beeline your way to primogeniture pretty fast, pretty easily. It was pretty accessible, all things considered. Well, that's not the case anymore. Pretty much everybody starts on Confederate Partition, which is basically just a polite way of saying Gavelkind. If you want to go over to primogeniture, you're going to have the primogeniture innovation. But yes, innovation in terms of tech, that's very slow indeed. Right now, tech is decided on the cultural level, so as a result of that, the King of Sweden is deciding what he likes the sound of. He is focusing on hereditary rule, so he does indeed want some slightly more favourable successions showing up, but primogeniture isn't going to be among them. It's going to take him 36 years to wrap that up. Once he's done that, I think at that point, if he wanted to, yes, he would be allowed to start researching things in High Medieval. If he were to choose to immediately research heraldry, then he could have High Partition, which is just a slightly more favourable variant of Gavelkind, where, most stuff goes to the eldest, but still a bunch of stuff will be shuffled off to the youngest too, or house seniority if that's what you'd rather have. But yeah, then you've got to have a whole bunch of techs here to get into late medieval, but that literally doesn't become unlocked till 1200 AD, and then, finally, you can get yourself some primogeniture. So, literally the earliest this could possibly come would be however many years it's going to take to research primogeniture after 1200 AD. So, not for like, you know, century and a half at the absolute flipping minimum, and that's best case scenario. So yeah, as a result of that, I desperately need a duchy title to keep all of this together, otherwise we're going to be pretty much back to where we started when I pass away. So, yeah. Big priority. Also, couldn't help but notice we've actually picked up a brand new vassal. Because yes, I've got myself a new mayor inside this territory. Lovely. In fact, I've got more than that. I've got one mayor, and also I've picked up my first church holding. So, all of a sudden, yeah, for the first time, this guy actually sort of, matters. Little Braj over here, because right now he's not endorsing me, meaning I'm not getting levies or taxes from his church, which is a shame because I'd like to have those levies and those taxes, please. So this guy needs to cheer the flip up, or he needs to be replaced with someone who will cheer the flip up. You know what? Technically, my son isn't actually, you know, the best person for the job, but he does like me, and he will start funneling some taxes straight towards me. Absolutely magnificent. Also, Stenar, did I just see... Oh my goodness, you're actually a berserker. Well done. And as for the mayor, he considers himself powerful with his 51 troops, which is... well, I guess he is kind of by default. So, you know what? You are pretty much as good as Asa. So, you are welcome to have this position at Shore. Also, loving Duke Thord up north here. I think this is the guy who was just, yeah, part of this tiny territory that the old King of Sweden just went and ate. But now he has gone on to eat everything to the south of him and set himself up as Duke. So lardy flipping da. Fortunately, he likes me, because yes, I've got too many alliances. I've tried getting married to his children, he's not having it. I mean, he is pretty on the close side, so possibly check in with him later if he gets stuck in a war. Because when he's stuck in a war, he's going to be more desperate for new friends. By the way, I should introduce the fact we've picked up some grandchildren. So yes, Adelvard has naturally got out a couple of kids because I arranged the most fertile wife in the world for him. Oh, and even better, the wife will just be willing to accept conversion at this point. Just to make sure there's no problem with, you know, her murdering her children because they're the wrong religion or something. So, yeah, we got ourselves this kid over here who is now 7 years old. So you are charming, apparently. So, either intrigue or diplomacy. Right, you're actually in my court, so let's get you set up properly. Well, his mother's very good at diplomacy, and she'll do a good job, presumably. So, go on, we'll go in that direction. And yes, I could specify that she's supposed to convert his culture or faith, but obviously I do not want her to do either. And then there's baby sister Ilva, who is apparently a giant. So we have got giant in the gene pool, which is brilliant. Let's have more of them. I love giants. In fact, she's a giant and she's bossy. I don't know if shield maidens exist, but if they do, she could 100% be one. Here we go, my own son endorses me, because yes, I've started packing out the council with my own children, which is a very, very good way of making sure we're getting in those lovely, lovely taxes. And, wow, 139 troops from the church. Okay, now that's worth having. And that's just going to start going up and up and up, because control is going to start flying upwards at this point. I love it. Also, you know how I was just praising the Duke of Norland, like, you know, 2.5 seconds ago? So, he decided to throw his lot in with Lapland and try and defend this bit of territory that Lapland decided they just sort of had the rights to. Because sometimes Lapland does this. Like, in one of my preview videos, yeah, Lapland just came around to bloody Provence. So, they just sometimes do this. But, yeah, now he's in prison. So keep an eye on him, because yes, now we know, if you put someone in prison, you can, you know, convert them to your religion as a condition of being released. Okay, economy recovers as the bowmen start getting up to strength, and, very soon indeed, we are going to have the first ever army of 1,000. That was just a peasant revolt there, nothing to worry about too much. Also, that guy's heirs are also in prison. Okay, so... Problems I see. Yes, you basically got your entire family captured in war. Good work. Now, the big question... Yeah, right now, Sweden is being attacked by Norway. But, as is apparently completely normal, France keeps showing up to help, which is, I mean, very noble. Very noble of France indeed, but I would have thought they had their own problems. Close to home, but I guess they don't really. Like, France is just having a very peaceful game, so every time Sweden calls, they come running. And speak of the devil, we have got ourselves... Hang on. That is a massive victory for the French right there. The French king decided to, personally actually take care of this and... Excuse me, who... Hang on. When you say you just said, like, our champion got his head torn off. When you say I assume you mean, like, you know, Swedish, rather than anything else. So our champion... These are not our champions, but a lot of champions are being a bit on the wounded side right now. This is why having good quality champions is important, because, bear in mind, your champions actually include important people. Like, my champions include my vassals, my own children. So, making sure they're extremely effective, 1, keeps you alive, and 2, means you can start killing, capturing, otherwise disabling important people in rival factions. It's really a cool system. And you know what? As I've got such a good spymaster these days, how about we use one of his new functions, find secrets, so we can just go out into the world and learn about people's secrets, and... just in theory, if I might need, you know, the king to die at some point, then finding some secrets, some, you know, blackmail material in his court, that could be very useful indeed. So how about you just, do a bit of secret diving in the king's court? Bear in mind, though, he is sneaky. His intrigue is good, so... If he gets wind of the fact I'm doing bad stuff to him, he might do bad stuff to me and he might be much better at it. In fact, my liege has officially won the war. With French assistance, the Norwegians have basically, presumably gone for a white peace on that occasion. And, here we go, we have now got ourselves Swedish traditions in Finland. So, okay, we have avenged the League of Nations debacle. Marvellous. And that means he can move back over to collecting taxes, so taxes are looking good. Taxes are looking really good right now. And here we go. We are starting to learn things here. Sadly, it's only something about, just some random guy who was a guest for the time being. But this means I have secrets. Secrets means I can convert into hooks through blackmail, though on this occasion he's not likely to accept, unfortunately. Then hooks, if I've got hooks on people in the king's court, I can bring them into schemes, like, say, murder schemes. Okay, new martial perk in a second, but keep an eye on this. Independence factions are starting to show up here, so that is... okay, that's the... that's the Republic, and that's... Okay, these are both Catholic. Now, this is good, because if Catholics decide to go their own way, that means all of a sudden they're independent, they're weak, they don't have the backing of a king anymore, they will be extremely vulnerable, and there it is. There are my 1,000 troops, 4 figures for the first time, spectacular. And that probably opens up a few opportunities, because then again, other people have also been, you know, piling up and whatever. Not Finland, though. Finland sucks, but what can you do, eh? But marching into this territory, bad call. This is tribal and whatnot. I'll take a lot of attrition going in here. But what this might open up is, some people closer to home I could attack. I mean, Pomerania right here, that's an option, but it's not looking... would be a bit dicey because they have a war going on right now, so probably a bad idea. You know what? Probably best we still go and visit, you know, bits of Ireland. The old piggy bank over here is still a good call. In particular, a bit of South Wales has just gone broken. A lovely bit of East Ireland right over here. So these tiny, tiny counties are now extremely vulnerable. And the Queen is pregnant? Okay, come on, son. Desperately need a sun. If that's a sun, we are golden. Right, while we're waiting for that, yeah, let's get the raiders back out and about, please. We're going back to Ireland. Because the advantage of this massive, massive army, of course, is... Oh, this is some good stuff right here. 91 gold. I can carry 91 gold home. And with those extra church taxes, I'm still making really good money. Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere. Get over here, let's burn some stuff to the ground. And I'm also back to being Chancellor, which is a giant pile of prestige, so I won't say no. I should explain levels of fame and whatnot, by the way. So, yes, you've got a certain amount of prestige at any given time. So that comes in, but you can also spend it on things. But just by virtue of gathering it, you're also filling up a meter that doesn't get drained when you spend it. So, when you've gathered 1,000 prestige, you go up from established to distinguished, which is very, very nice indeed. Because secular opinion is basically everybody. And another knight is just wonderful. So yes, gathering prestige means as time goes by, you have got more general opinion. Well, mostly general. Like 99% of the world is secular. So it's very, very powerful indeed. Meanwhile, you do the same thing with religion. And as time goes by, clergy will like you more and more and more, which is beautiful. Same thing with renown. And yes, then it's long reign opinion and also more prestige for marrying into your dynasty. Right, everyone on the boat, and now it is just vroom flipping vroom. Seriously, we go so damn fast, I love it. Right, everybody ashore will be having all of the stuff in the world at this point, and, oh yeah, so damn fast. Who's leading this siege, by the way? Actually, this isn't a siege, this is a raid. So, actually, yes, my siege ability doesn't help in the slightest, unfortunately. Also, need to check this. So, he's being a commander right now in this little siege. So, does that mean progress isn't occurring over here? And hang on, I'll get to that in a second, please. No, he does appear to be doing his job, even though he's a commander. So, being a commander doesn't stop your council doing its jobs as far as I can tell. So, I was just doing a bit of practice in the practice ground and some random footman decided to step out and challenge me, which was ballsy of him, and apparently he was very good at it. So, okay, his martial is poor, but his prowess is excellent. Wow, base of 15. Okay, so he's just got a natural gift for fighting. Got it. So I could just tell him to join the court, which is interesting. Or gain a giant pile of prestige and piety, or murder him, get some dread. Honestly, this guy is a good knight, because 1, he's a good fighter, and 2, he's a nobody. So, in the event that, like, you know, he gets himself killed during a fight, it doesn't really matter. You want good quality nobodies as your knights, if at all possible. So yeah, he is welcome to join my court, and also, I just gained 300 martial lifestyle thanks to my wife. That is... okay, I like my wife. My wife is good. Because, yeah, there's literally a decision to invite champions. But, like, you know, you have to pay to get them to stay. This guy's free. So I'm definitely keeping him. And I'm assuming he's been immediately set up as a knight. Yes, in fact, he's like my best knight at this point. Stenar, my son, is in second place because he's literally a berserker, which is spectacular. Then we have got Braj, who, yeah, he used to be my realm priest, but now he's just some random courtier. Then, of course, we've got Ketelmund, who is... he's a very good marshal. He's okay in a fight, but the two aren't, you know, exactly the same. Then, the Mayor of Jamala, who is pretty good, despite mostly being an administrator. Now, this is good, because this means my primary heir, Adelvard, is now no longer a champion. So he is safe, because he wasn't exactly the best fighter anyway. Also, I forgot about that perk I already had again, so, okay. I could start making my way towards sappers, where, yeah, every single unit actually boosts siege progress, so even faster sieges. That's really nice, stacked on top of the fact I've already got siege engineer as a trait, and if I was to actually, yes, build some onagers or whatever, then that'd be good too, getting me towards strategist, which is a pretty good perk, all things considered. That's, yeah, plus 40 your stats, together with, well, I can already cross water without advantage, so for me that's meaningless. But, fatal casualties up, not bad at all. Alternatively, Overseer is... It's okay. I think we could do without most of this. This isn't really where I'm going. However, increasing the number of knights would be sexy. More and more knights. Or make my children easier to marry. Then again, I've already got some good marriages. I feel like I've already got some really good marriage, actually. You know what? We should probably go up to Kingsguard. Because that's... Then again, do I need it? My army's already elite. Once it's elite, I don't think there's anything above that. So, at some point, I'm going to want to think about moving away to, you know, something else, potentially. You know what? I won't say no to never back down, because advantage +5, that's just your dice rolls during the battle. So, that's just going to make battles go easier. That's good. Meanwhile, over here, very fast progress on the sieges, so that's, wow, 23 loot. That's a lot of loot, you stupid bastard. So I'll be having that. Straight on to the next. We'll just be having literally all of this. And then, don't worry, you'll get your turn. Aha! And Kettlemund has finished increased control. So now, control here is back up to 100%. These guys are now giving me all of the money, all of the levies. Love it. I assume that means he's gone back over to organised levies by default, which is good. Though the other thing he can do is train my commanders. So, maintenance for my men-at-arms down, which is really, really nice. Might improve or find a new commander or knight. Very, very nice indeed. And commanders will start gaining traits. Knights will be improved just as side effects. Meanwhile, the side effects here are increased military presence, which is... that one's okay. I think that's just like popular opinion +50. Arguably, those are better side effects. Let's see what that does. I'm just going to put them on that for a little bit, because we don't need, like, every single man on the field at the moment. We'll just see how that goes. Oh, yeah, we are just walking through Ireland. In a month, we take everything, move straight on. Also, how long has Sweden owned this? Because apparently the locals are not amused. I think this must have been a succession thing. Because the guy down here is now the guy up here too. So that's interesting. Also, Stenar, you are a magnificent bastard of a man, aren't you? You are just everything a Viking should be. Love this guy. So, okay, what's going on with you today? I can't help but feel the man is waiting for me to impress him. I could probably engage him in conversation. On the other hand, it might be better for him to simply see me interacting with my men. Okay, so discuss methods of communication. I gain some martial lifestyle. He likes me. Or alternatively, another 50 martial lifestyle. So I get that regardless. But the holding gets respected. Oh yeah, definitely that one. 100%. Then again, it's only 2 years and like the levies are basically full already. But this guy really likes me, so sure. I'll just take the lifestyle and be happy. Now, how's the army? Not quite full up yet, so just go take what's in the church, then we'll be on our way back home with, like, 100 gold. Beautiful. And, oh no! Kettlemund! Oh, Kettlemund, you were a good lad, but he was really badly wounded at one point. That's genuinely very sad. Okay, my son's pretty good at that sort of thing, and it's the more important job, so... okay, but he's so much worse at the job, there's a possibility he'll get my commanders maimed, wounded, or killed. Probably best... oh dear. We really need somebody better for this, don't we? Yes, we do, but there's literally no one better in the realm. Right, well, this is unfortunate. Yep, died of internal injuries, so tragically, there are consequences to your knights being on the front line. Some of them will eventually die because he was a great martial leader, but in terms of hand-to-hand combat, he was poor. So really, what I should have done is, forbidden him from being a knight, accepted having less knights because it would have been better to keep him around. But that is very sad indeed. A lesson has been learnt here today. Right, that's all the money we can carry, so... oh, hang on, no it's not. Right, if I'm back in charge, I think the amount of troops literally reduced because the marshal ceased to exist. So we actually, yeah, bringing home 15 less gold than we would be able to otherwise. So that's a bit of a shame. Okay, time might be making a fool of me here. So dramatic music is playing. I'm only 45. It's not the worst thing in the world. I have got my wife who is... she's a novice physician. Yeah, okay. I might be about to regret not investing in doctors, actually. So it's not that bad. It's fine. So leave me be. Let nature take its course. A risky treatment, or okay, do something safe. Okay, if it's just like a cold or something, we'll be fine. Good. Good. So, reduce disease symptoms for a year. Hopefully, I'll recover in the meantime. And maybe I should, like, you know, not be leading the raiding party. Maybe I'll, like, stay at home and somebody else can lead the raiding party. Like my son! He's a berserker. He'll love it. And we're finally starting to learn things. Like, yes, indeed, we have learnt about the secret lover of Dr. Doom. Marvellous. That reminds me, what do we have in terms of... it was a daughter. Darn it. So, unfortunately, everything's still going to this kid, which is precisely what I do not want. The alternative, of course, is we kill the king, everything goes to Stenkill, then we kill Stenkill. And at that point, everything ought to be divided between, yeah, the various other children. Then again, there's too much danger that creates a Catholic king because people vote for, you know, an adult over the baby sister of the king. So that is a bit of a shame, yes. Ah, and speak of the devil, my glory just became widely known. So yes, I'm now distinguished, and that's in large part thanks to the fact that, yes, I've been gaining a ton of prestige from being my liege's chancellor. And using that money, yeah, get some military camps down over in the new territory. It's going to take 21 months to complete, but that's more flipping troops. And unfortunately, we need those right now because, yes, we've taken a handful of knocks to the levies and whatnot. Okay, excellent news. I have recovered from my illness. So it wasn't like secretly cancer. I'm not dying. It's fine. But what is, however, going on is, yeah, there's suddenly war between Sweden and the Isles. What the flip's going on here? Why? Okay, Sweden just wants the Inner Hebrides. I don't know why Sweden wants the Inner Hebrides, but to be honest, I welcome it, because you know what you're seeing here? You're seeing Scandinavia just look at a bit of Britain and say, actually, yoink, that's mine now. And that's pretty much pure Viking right there, so huzzah. Okay, we got a new perk, so let's get moving towards sappers, because sappers does include archers, so speeding up sieges, that's never gonna hurt. Strategist, good perk. Plus, yeah, envelopment is pretty good too, so especially when my archers are likely to be going up against large numbers of basic footman skirmishers, that's gonna be for the good. You know, I'm really starting to feel a bit bad for this guy. So, I came back to the piggy bank, and some of his cities, you know, had some fresh money available. So, we went and just kind of sacked them. But apparently we sort of captured his wife and also daughter. Like, one of them. He's got plenty of children, so I doubt he values them that highly. Just out of interest, how much is that worth to you? So, your wife's worth 50. Okay, that's acceptable. How much is the daughter worth? Honestly, I'm impressed she's worth 25. You have got plenty of them. Seriously, I've come in here, I've looted the place, I got the event that gave me even more flipping money, then I captured his wife and his daughter, and I've got 75 gold for them too. And by the way, we're about to be taking what this church has got. So we are flipping swimming in money right now. I love it. Right, time to go home, lads. Aha! Precious Bjorg has come of age, and yep, she has immediately got married. This is weird, by the way. Sometimes you have to confirm whether you want a marriage to happen or not. Sometimes it just happens, because they've just got married without me pushing the button, and... okay, she didn't turn out that well, to be perfectly honest, but that's absolutely a-okay. So, they've actually got matching hair. You are going to have lovely children. I mean, she's fine if unspectacular, so... off you go, have a nice life. Well, due credit to him, he did it. There is now a tiny, tiny bit of Sweden just sort of hanging off the edge of Scotland, so well done, I suppose. Right, we got a big pile of money. Let's get... Oh, this is tricky. I could get my own onagers in play. They don't really do anything during battle, but they'll make sieges nice and fast. But raids aren't sieges. I could get some pikemen to protect me against horses. But then again, horses are not going to have the advantage in this part of the world. Huskars are just too expensive. They're brilliant, but I cannot possibly afford them. So, you know what? We're doing it. I'm having one unit of onagers just for me. Now, plenty of other money, however, is going to go into... No, over to the... Never mind. Apparently I can't build more than one building at once. So, that's almost done. So that's fine. That'll be done in a matter of moments. Then, we can get down, yeah, some more military buildings. Love it. Speak of the devil, it is literally done. So, okay, yes, barracks. 150 gold, that's going to be worth it. Let's get a proper, big old pile of troops coming out of everything. And you know what else we should probably do, actually? Right now, yes, the number of champions I've got is 6. Now, I've got some good knights, but I've also got, yes, Adelvard, who is not great, and the mayor, who is definitely not supposed to be a knight, but sort of is. So what I can do is take the decision to summon champions. Now, those champions will probably have, you know, martial traits. Some of them might have a good martial education. One of them could, in fact, be, you know, a good marshal. Send the herald, we'll see who shows up. Here we go, first guy arrives and... well, he's good at fighting... But yes, actually, he's more of a diplomat, weirdly. Then again, he might... Okay, he's actually going to be... he's going to be better than my current Chancellor, isn't he? Yes, significantly. Welcome aboard. 40 gold, bloody hell. Right, you know what? He's a good knight, and he's also mysteriously going to be a good Chancellor. This is good, because these guys are going to be good damn knights. Bearing in mind that every single point of personal combat skill is damage 100, toughness of 10. So, yeah, this really starts stacking up fast. And now, you've all been allowed. Okay, not all of you should be fighting, though. Yeah, the mayor should be excluded as soon as this guy comes along, but my son and heir, yeah, you're technically still on the front line. I do annoyingly have a really, really good guest, but, yes, she is a woman. And the law says a woman can't be marshal, so tragically, she's no use to me. Next champion has shown up, and this one is... this one's only 13. 13 prowess, which is not great. Okay, are you cheap? Because if you're cheap... oh yeah, for 10 gold you can stay, because you're just keeping us safe, that's fine. Also, some flipping raiders have shown up. Well, that just ain't okay. Right, raise the armies, get everybody up and standing, please. Everybody into position. Let's go murder some fools. Though actually, it looks like potentially, yes, the King of Sweden did move in to intercept before I was even able to get there. So thank you very, very much, guys. Right, you guys can stand down. No need for you to even get involved. Sweden is taking care of this for us, lovely. And the perks are just flying in, so go on then. Men-at-Arms counter-efficiency. So say, if they've got skirmishers, I've got archers, 25% more efficient. And plenty of people do have skirmishers just because they're cheap, so we may as well. Please have a martial education. Yes! Bloody finally. Okay, you, my friend, you can... ooh. You could be a very good raid commander. That is doubled raid speed. Doubled raid speed. Oh my! Well, you can definitely stay. I need 65 gold. Okay, just wait 2 months. I will hire you. Also, Norway is declaring a holy war against Lapland, which, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to be involved with. Sorry, but good luck. Yep, there we go. John just automatically got married on coming of age. So that's just a thing that happens. Now, okay. John, did you turn out alright? Few would be impressed by his understanding of the subject. Right, so John turned out to be completely hopeless. Yes, John is terrible. Good. Good, good, good. Right, well, in that case, just, like, ship him off with Christina and alliance, everything's fine. Right, got the money, recruit this guy, job flippin' done. You are worth 65 gold. In fact, I have got a job for you. You are now my marshal. Spectacular. And that means Adelvard can actually take over as Chancellor again. He is good at that nonsense. Spectacular again. Okay, Council's looking good, and the champions are at long last looking competent, at least, alright? We got some good people dotted around here, including my son Stenna and, okay, Valdemar. Now, honestly, I wasn't even planning to do any raiding at the moment, but then again, we are out of money. And Valdemar does like raiding. Okay, you know what, Lapland? I'm gonna do you a deal. I'm not formally going to come and assist in your war. However, Norway has a whole bunch of territory that nobody's bothering to raid right now. So, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to raid it, I'm going to keep a very close eye out. If they show up, I'm flipping running, and I can outrun them because I'm a strategist. But, it might buy you an opportunity to survive. Here we go, everybody stands up, and of course, yes, Valdemar is gonna get his first go leading. Off you flippin' pop, my man, I'm looking forward to this. And having a strong council is starting to pay off, so, yeah, the territory I stole part of my land off is apparently coming round to me. Spectacular. From negative into positive. Right, my longships just basically teleport from one side of the map to the other. Step 1, onto the Orkney Isles. We'll deal with that, we'll swing over here, we'll grab all of this, and we'll run at the first sign of trouble. And this should be, oh my flipping goodness, we're just flying through it. We've just arrived, and now we've got 23 gold, and now we're just going to come over here. How fast is this going to be? This is going to be so fast. This is against flipping castles and whatnot. 20-something days. Like, what was that? 25, 26 days? So we just get over there. We grab that. Job done. Move over here. There's actually a city here. So that's going to have less in the way of walls. So get over there. 20 days. 20 days. In, out, just okay. I think this guy's paid for himself in about a week. So that's pretty darn good. This one's a bit better armoured, so it's going to take a bit of time to do. So this is all going to be absolutely fine. Just keep a close eye on the sea. If need be, we can run. And is the army full up? Not yet, because it can carry a bloody 100. So, okay. What else do we actually have? There's this over here. That's actually it. We've raided the entirety of Norway's holdings in Scotland in like 2-3 months. That's ridiculous, and I love it. Like, it's going to have taken them this long just to get their army stood up on the boats and on the way. So we are just... That's it, I've got 100 gold. That's 100 gold. So now I just get to just come straight home. Okay, this I like. Valdemar, you are my new favourites. Yep, get back on the sea, and then we just basically dump that straight into the island. We might even go and do a bit more, I don't know. So, I see something over there. Do we have visibility as to what you're doing, my friend? We've got some visibility of Lapland anyway. And there's also there's some Liberty factions going on. Don't need to worry about that, probably. And there we go, wow. 100 gold, just like that. Oh, flip me! Oh, it's happened. In fact, it's happened twice. The king has 3 sons. Yes! Flipping yes. Okay. The king now has 3 sons. Now we need to understand what's going to happen. A succession here. So, Stenkill is his oldest. He's 9. Then we've also got ourselves, yes, Orvar and Bo. So, obviously, Stenkill gets the kingdom. He's going to get the primary duchy too. And, yeah, then Orvar picks up, hang on. What's, Västergotland? That's the north, isn't it? No, that's this bit over here. That's what, yeah, the little girl had once upon a time, but he stole it after she rebelled. Then obviously Stenkill gets Upland itself, but the big one is, yes, sort of something or another. That's the important one right there. So that goes to Orvar, and then Bo. Perfect. This is literally perfect, because that means Upland is going to go to the king, but, yeah, the territory down to the south of it, which is also, let's just double check this, that ought to be de jure part of, Yep, Petty Kingdom of Upland. Absolutely spectacular. So. If in theory, just in theory, let's just play a thought experiment that it's not in any way a crime, the king were to die tomorrow, then all of a sudden, yeah, this territory right here is extremely, extremely vulnerable. Okay, I think we know what needs to happen all of a sudden, don't we? Yes, we do. 1, I need a claim on that territory as soon as flipping possible. How long would that take you to put together? 4 years, because you're hopeless, and I can't change that councillor for another 3 years. Right, well then I guess you'd better get to work. Okay, I am 50, but I'm in, well, not good health, but like, you know, average health. I'm feeling fine. So all we need to do is we need the king to die, not necessarily immediately. Like, if he wants to have another son, that would be spectacular, just in theory. Okay, we've got a decent chance of murder. Not spectacular, though. We learnt some secrets. We know a few secrets about people who, well, they were hanging around with him. They might have moved on by now. You're wondering. You're still in the court. In fact, you're the... Wait, what position is that again? Aha, she's the Realm Priest. So, okay, I've got blackmail material on his Realm Priest. Now that's pretty good. I myself am his Chancellor. That's pretty good too. Now, Count Toke, he really likes me. But he also really likes his liege. So whether he'll actually be on board or not, that's a question. The spymaster, meanwhile, is incompetent. My spymaster is pretty darn good. So if I put my spymaster over to support schemes, that's going to be pretty darn good. Okay, we've got ourselves a plan here. Also, does anyone know who this baby is and why he's in my prison? Oh, we must have captured him in Scotland. Right, okay, so, I mean, we could kill the baby. That would gain me some dread, and that would gain me some piety, which is nice. Yeah, sure, just kill the baby. We're going to burn the baby at the stake. That's actually worth a good bit of piety for me. Because, yes, basically we just sacrificed that baby to Thor. Lovely. This guy's not thrilled about it, but honestly there's not much he can do. Okay, while we're getting the claim set up, I want you to be doing nothing. Flipping nothing but learning secrets. Alright? Find out whatever you can. Meanwhile, hopefully, I've actually been helping out with Lapland, because they're apparently doing pretty well in their war against Norway, so you're welcome. Even more troops pile in. We've now got the wooden barracks set up. Absolutely spectacular. In fact, you know what? Should we break these guys down, or should we send them over here to do a bit more looting? Because we could do a bit of looting in Norway yet. Oh yeah, Norway is not in good shape right now. Right, loot away, guys. Get over here. Let's go loot some Norway. And we are just going to flipping fly through these territories. This is ridiculous, and I love it. Ah, I think I see some Norwegians coming to say hello. Is that actually a Norwegian army? That is a Norwegian army, yes. Okay, guys, I think we've done enough. Get the flip out of Dodge. And yes, there is another army right there, but we will be on our way long before they make it to us. Basically, so long, losers. We've just burnt huge parts of Norway. Nothing they can do. Oh, and here's the big one. My spymaster's done it. He's found some dirt on the Queen of Sweden. Now, obviously, she is going to be very, very powerful going forward. So, okay, this is good. Apparently she is a deviant. We're a bit vague on precisely what that means, and she is guaranteed to accept blackmail. Spectacular. Meanwhile, the Realm Priest, she will actually accept blackmail for a stronghold, which is very, very good indeed. In fact, okay, their actual secrets are a pair. They're in love with each other, which... they're both single, so I'm not really sure why that's actually a crime, but whatever. I mean, are you 100% sure it's adultery if you're both single? Because I'm not convinced. Got myself an extra perk. Oh, sappers. That's nice. That's very, very nice indeed. I would like to get strategist. Strategist is a good perk. That is a really nice perk. And you know what else? We don't need that control growth anymore. But if I move that now, I won't be able to move it for like 6 years. And I'm starting to think a little bit about intrigue, so let's leave it where it is. Also, just in case of emergencies, yes, I can 100% hire myself a band of mercenaries. Like, I can just about afford some of the cheaper ones. Alright, so 188 is the cheapest going. That's 770 good, strong troops. So the question is, yes, what are these guys actually planning to do? 'Cause in a perfect world, they're not planning to do anything. They're just going to naff off and, okay, just keep searching for secrets. And 765431, and they are now neutral to me. Yep, missed your chance to stop me, really, didn't you, you stupid losers? Because you can't raid, because you're Catholic and feudal. You've turned your back on, you know, your noble Viking heritage. And you're also losing very badly against Lapland right now. I do love the new UI for wars, by the way, where if you click on a war, you can immediately see, okay, who are the allies involved in one side, who are the enemies on the other, what are they fighting over? Really, really nice system. The UI in Crusader Kings 3 is beautiful. That reminds me, by the way, we should check what's going on. So, okay, Poland's back. That's nice. Hungary decided to, you know, stop eating them, which is good. Other than that, no major movement as far as I can tell, though, ooh, you guys are getting a bit on the strong side. And yes, it wouldn't be history if the Byzantine Empire wasn't looking very, very threatened indeed. Like, so threatened. In fact, there's one hell of an alliance. The Holy Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire are allied to each other, so okay, seriously, don't mess with either of them, got it? Okay, with Norway naffing off, yeah, military camps, let's get that upgraded. That is not only more levies, but on top of that, yeah, more strength to my archers. Now, I've got a lot of archers. So yeah, check that out right there. The base damage of archers should be 25, but that is +4 from my domain, because I'm building buildings to back them up, and plus another 30% from hit and run. That's the perk in the strategist tree. So yeah, in the end, these guys are like 50% more powerful than they're supposed to be, which is brilliant. And on top of that, I didn't realise this. Yes, I can start increasing their size. So, yeah, having more and more and more within this men-at-arms limit. Oh, but here's some drama. Okay, despite the fact that me and him were starting to get on thanks to the work of my Chancellor, okay, it would appear this guy's decided he wants his county back, and to be honest, fair enough, really, but he's also going to be bringing, friends, potentially. Got it. Okay, then we shall also be bringing friends. Oh, bloody hell, Lapland's stuck in a war with Denmark. That's going to keep them, very busy indeed. What about you? You're stuck in the same, oh dear. So they're probably not going to be showing up to help. Okay, we can't just murder him, that's not going to fly. Well, we need to call in my vassals regardless. Come on, please sign up and... okay, he's willing to get involved. We need to basically invite everybody who's even maybe gonna show up. Whether they will actually show up, I don't know. But they're pretty keen to, because obviously this guy's, you know, a Catholic. Nobody likes Catholics. And sadly, best as I can tell, I've got no way of appealing to the king to try and basically get him to shut this nonsense down. He simply doesn't have the right to anyway. Yeah, his crown authority doesn't actually allow him to, you know, stop vassals going to war. We can just do whatever the hell we want. Well, bare minimum, we ourselves can go up to crown authority too, so may as well. To be honest, let's get that done. Might get me a tiny bit more money, I'm not sure. But we can't lose this county. If we lose this county, the entire plan to lock down, yeah, the Duchy of Upland is in trouble. Okay, we need more friends. We need more friends. Who's flipping part of our religion? You. You are. And you're not married. Problem is that she doesn't actually have that many troops. Like, at all. It is nice, however, to see that, yes, more and more territory is being controlled by, oh, the one true faith. Spectacular. Okay, this is, that's really nice to see, mine. That's, wait, hang on, are you... You're one of us! Why on earth are you siding with them? Okay, I'm not having this. You have got yourself one unmarried daughter, and her prospects aren't looking good at 31. Now. Where's flipping Lindolf? I'm gonna be honest, we don't really need you for anything, so you're being sent off to a matrilineal marriage. Sorry about that. Because all we need to do is get them into the war on our side before these guys are called in by their side. That's it. Then they're on the other side, so come on. Accept the marriage. I know you're going to accept the marriage as soon as you like. There we go. Stop. No, that's not him. That's my other allies coming in right now. Yep, there's more people coming in, and there we go. Stop. Okay, now I'd like you to come to... He's going to do it. Boom! So he's going to basically turn on his former ally. Love it. Oh dear, it's looking a bit more dicey all of a sudden, isn't it? It looks like your own next door neighbour has betrayed you to the side of the angels, or to be precise, the side of the not angels. Right, who's our best commander when it comes to straight up murder? Because I get Valdemar is, you know, very good at the whole, Reaver business, but when it comes to straight up fighting, actually, I think I am a tiny bit better as a commander. And this army over here appears to be... oh my. This army over here has 1, basically no knights, 2, 700 basic crappy skirmishers, and 3, 1,000 basic levies. There is a possibility we could just win this. Alright, just with what I've got, depending on the quality of their commander. Do we know what the quality of commander is? That is, commanded by ruler, 8, poor. We might have been able to win this regardless, just because of all of those bad things put together. But I will gladly wait for some reinforcements to show up. Here we go. I see him coming in. We can cross to here. Now, are they actually... Oh, are they planning to come to me? If you're planning to come to me, I'm happy to let you do... No, obviously they're moving over there to begin the siege. Now, the siege is going to take them about 3 months. Okay, I'm going to move over here, and we can group up right there. So, deploy our troops over in this direction if you'd be so... Ooh, but they might come and attack me. Hopefully, no, we'll be able to outmaneuver them. They won't be able to catch us because I have... Well, actually, I don't know that I've got the better, you know, marshal or whatever. But hopefully I do. I should be moving significantly faster than them. Alright, they've actually brought, they've actually brought flipping siege equipment, which is speeding things up a bit. And now we just join up with these guys, and any more reinforcements? Nothing as I can see. Right, we are now together, in which case, move in, and we'll be able to begin the fight, and looks to me like they're abandoning the siege. But it looks to me like we might be able to catch them, actually. Oh dear, looks to me like you've been significantly outmaneuvered, because I have faster movement than you, because I am actually a military flipping commander. So, okay, the battle begins, and despite the fact they outnumber me by 500 men, my archers have a massive, massive advantage. Countering the light footmen, fighting in their favourable terrain, boosted 50% by everything I have built in my empire so far. My champions are mighty, mighty, mighty men, okay? We have got ridiculous mega men on the front line who are also being boosted another 75% because of gallantry. So, I feel like we'd actually have this regardless. Like, we could probably... We're winning this even without the reinforcements, but with the reinforcements, it's just flipping sad. And our champion... Oh, the mayor was... To be honest, the mayor probably shouldn't have been allowed near the front line. So, that's why I should have really... should have acquired another person, unfortunately. And a massive victory for us. In fact, tragically, he just straight up died. Was that actually... No, that wasn't him. He wasn't on the field. Unrelated. That was just old age. I am not a bastard. But, who was the other guy who just actually, got brought in? He's, darn it. He's good at the precise same thing the other mayor is to the exact same degree. So that is just bloody useless. Okay, we could ideally do with a new very good spymaster, though he's 57. How much? 20 gold. You know what? That's pretty cheap. That's fine. So that can now be you. That's a-okay. So yeah, you're now spymaster. The thing that we've got to figure out is this mayor needs to be given a position. I mean, he doesn't have to be, barely even matters in a way. But, oh, hang on, how good at fighting are you? Not spectacular, but not terrible either. You know what? You can be Chancellor, okay? That's a-okay. Okay, strong start here. Strong flipping start. So, get my troops, and yeah, just move them straight over to the capital over here. At this point, my army can start doing terrible things to you. Because yes, his army is stuck retreating for a while. We kicked the ass of his army when it was bigger than it is right now, which is beautiful. I have now brought my own siege weapons, and am I sapping, by the way? Yes, I'm sapping. So this is going very, very well indeed. Now, what I would ideally like is to, yes, capture some of his troops. By the way, let's just look at some details. Oh my goodness, 500 dead on his side to none on my side, and the bowmen were devastating to the light footmen. I love it. I do, of course, have military engineers, so yes, we can start making some very fast progress here. My friends will hopefully be coming to join me, or if not, no, I think they're just guarding this territory, so this is marvellous. So I shall get on with the sieging. No, he's actually moving over to assist. Possibly he's moving straight over to... He just doesn't really know where he wants to be. Just stand exactly where I am and help with the siege. Okay, it will help speed things up a lot. Though, if we want to just go and kick this guy's ass again, we can 100% go and do that in a moment because, yeah, he's too slow to get away from me, which is beautiful. Okay, so plus 69%, nice. And then he doesn't know what he wants to do. I say, move on the flipping capital. Straight away. Let's just get straight over to the capital, because we can break into his capital long before... Just keep it up. Keep looking for secrets, alright? Keep looking for secrets. We can break in... Oh, the reinforcements are coming in. The flipping reinforcements are here. Oh, no. Oh, no. You shouldn't have started this war, should you? No, you've made a horrible, horrible mistake, because it turns out, oh dear, you're Catholic, and you're in the wrong flipping neighbourhood, mate. Oh, yeah, my allies are on him, and they are going to devastate him yet again. So the siege is going well while my allies deal with all of this. My allies are obviously a bit expensive on the old prestige front, but I think we're under control for the time being. That was worrying me for a second, but it seems like actually everything is under control. Momentarily, he will lose the last of his territory. He will have no choice but to surrender. Oh my goodness, and we happen to have your son. Now, the nice thing is, of course, we can just sell him... Wait, what? Took... Who? Oh! Apparently I didn't get the prisoner. It was my flipping siege, you bloody prisoner thief. Dear oh flippin' dear. Right, okay. Well, we'll be enforcing some demands. So, yes, reparations. We can most definitely be talking about reparations at this moment. Oh, that's a nice pile of money right there. Also, looky, I suspect in the wars to the south, yes, when people have been captured, they've been forced to change religion, because there is a big pile of people who are now, yes, Norse, who were not before. People are jumping ship. They're jumping ship all over the place. We have almost completely converted Sweden. Like, it is a matter of time. Oh, things are starting to heat up here, and I wasn't really expecting this to be why it happened, so... Having locked down a tiny foothold over here, Sweden's now in diplomatic range of Ireland. So now all of a sudden, the Swedish are piling into a war against, of all things, yeah, bits of bloody Ireland, like my piggy bank, which is quite frankly rude of them. And that means, unfortunately, they're being pulled into a war with, yeah, Munster, who are okay in terms of strength, but England. It's back on. It's flipping back on. Scandinavia versus England, round 2. Let's flipping go. Also, slightly awkward moment. So, my allies to the north are sort of attacking my liege right now. Doesn't seem to reflect particularly badly on me. He hasn't invited me, understandably. So I'm just going to stay where I am and not say anything. And arguably a lot more importantly, here we go. The claim. Yep, 96 gold is a bargain for what might get me a duchy. And now, I have a claim. And there is, of course, nothing to stop me just straight up declaring war on the King of Sweden to make this happen. I could, probably. A bad idea, all things considered, but I could. Instead, at the age of 54, time's running out. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we need to make something happen here. We need to make something happen, and yeah, 50-50 chance of killing him, and it's gonna take a little bit of time to line up that scheme, to be honest, but there are ways and means we can speed that up. I mean, it is entirely possible we could get together enough allies to just straight up, yeah, punch the King of Sweden in submission, because I can't help but notice that alliance with France appears to have worn off. Possibly because we have got ourselves a brand new King of France. Alright, brand new King of France who is not so into this Swedish alliance. So the big bad French boogeyman is no longer coming to smush us if we decide to attack Sweden. All we need to do is outpower the armies of Sweden. Now 3,000 troops is a fair bit, and I'm not going to deny it's a little bit on the scary side. They've got 10 champions and they're bringing Huskars. That's not nothing, and mercenaries too. They've got the money for that. So yeah, whether we really want to try and pull that off, because he's allied with Norland, and Norland's got some decent troops. I think we might need to change tactics, ladies and gentlemen. We might need to play a little fast and loose with honour. It may not necessarily be the Viking way to utilise a knife in the dark, but that could well be, by far, our best bet, because the clock is ticking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm 54. I'm only going to be around for too much longer. Adelvard is chomping at the bit, and actually he's only got 2 children. I'm genuinely surprised you've not managed more than 2 under the circumstances. Still, I have got elite troops. I have got money. I have got allies. Plenty of allies. And I might just be ready to kick off the first Swedish Civil War. We shall see whether that is the way we choose to go next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been Crusader Kings 3. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!